Hi there, hello there, my name is Craft, and I am going to be ranking every golem in Minecraft that I missed in my last video. So it has come to my attention that in my golem ranking video, I accidentally let a few golems slip through the cracks, and they didn't make it into the ranking. However, I did ask you guys to let me know which ones I missed in the comments of that video, and you all delivered. So, I'm going to be ranking all the golems that you guys mentioned in the comments in a new tier list ranking. Some of these are pretty good, others are not that, so this is going to be an interesting ranking. Now, let's just jump right into the mines that is this ranking. Alright, so we're going to be starting off with, I think the one that I knew I was missing at the start. It's the stone Monstrosity. This one's actually pretty good. I'd rank it at around A because it's just nice, solid, friend-shaped golem. It's really, really nice. This next one is going to be rather unconventional, but I feel like it kinda should count. Player-made skin for... You could just have like a golem skin on and that you can be a golem. That's silly, I know, but you know what? It counts. It's my list. But since it is not really a golem, it's gonna go into C tier. Alright, so this next set of golems is kind of strange since they're very much plant-based, but I think they still count as golems, especially when it comes to combat in Minecraft dungeons. So let's just kind of go through them one by one. First, we have the Mini Abomination. Kind of like the stone Monstrosity, it's just kind of cute, kind of small, but because it is just brute, I don't really vibe with it. Same thing with its little brother, the Glowing Abomination, or Mini Abomination, I should say. This one is just kind of okay, C tier. The Whisperer. This one is, this reminds me of that one Pokemon, like that has like the carnivorous plant, I forget its name. So yeah, it's just kind of goofy looking. This one's also C tier. Okay, the actual full-size Abomination. This one is actually nice and beefy. This one also has a Lego set, I think. Although it's not as interesting as like the Redstone Monstrosity. So I'm just gonna have to give it just a standard B tier. It's good, but not great. Leap Leaf. This one is kind of the same issue with the Abomination. It's just a giant plant. Honestly, this whole segment of mobs have just been plants. I don't really know if they count as golems, but you know what? I like to be thorough with my work. This one's going into B tier. Alrighty. The Corrupted Cauldron. This one I had a hard time thinking, this isn't a golem. There's no way. It doesn't even have arms or legs, but in the Minecraft wiki, where I got most of these golems from, in both this video and the previous video, it does say that it is a golem-like structure. It's a golem, apparently. It does look cool with the purple color, but again, it's just kind of whatever. It's a pot. Here we have an interesting entry, Action. Action is one of the 3 hosts from Minecraft Legends, so they're essentially one of the 3 gods in the Minecraft universe, and yeah, they look very much golem-like, and so I'm just gonna place them in B tier. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a block, guys. This is a fucking block. I saw the mob spawner mentioned in the comments by Pokapka, and even he said it was weird. Apparently, the mob spawner is technically a golem mob on the Minecraft Dungeons wiki on fandom.com, which is a shitty website. But I strive to be thorough with this video. So if this fandom wiki says that a block with no arms or legs or face and can't move is a golem, then I have to add it. So I'm sure all of you will understand when I put this quote-unquote golem in F tier. I know they could spawn any golem on this list, but it's a block! It's just a block! Same thing with this next one, the Blaze Spawner. Apparently, this is its own special thing. Also F tier. It's a block. Moving on. And I guess since we're adding blocks to this list, I might as well throw in the Observer. I'll put it in D tier because at least it has a face. Also, the redstone is nice and easy and I prefer it. Like, I like the redstone. It's how I made Grumbot back in the day. I should really make an update on that, huh? The the adventure hub. This is a statue. Can this one move? I'm guessing not. This one's also in D tier because, come on, curse me for wanting to be thorough with this video. At least this next entry is an actual golem, the Love Golem. I believe they were part of like an April Fool's snapshot back in the day. It looks kind of strange with the pink coloring. Like, I don't really vibe with that. I'm just put it in like C tier because at least it's better than these two, which are better than these two. Now, here's an interesting case, so let me paint the picture for you. The Wither, a horrid creature of death, destruction, and decay, constructed from the hubris of the ancient builders theorized to live long ago before the player joined the overworld. These builders, trying to conquer death itself, instead only spawn death on their doorstep with the creation of the Wither. Their people now long dead from this three-headed bringer of death. And even to this day, this ancient monster can be built by the player with soul sand and 3 wither skeleton skulls. And the fact that this mob can be made by the player in the same type of way as the Iron Golem makes this mob a no-brainer to classify as a quote-unquote golem. At least it has better standing than a literal block. But what do I think of the Wither? It's actually pretty interesting. I like it. Also, it just has a really cool design, so I'm putting it in A tier. And I guess I should really count the Wither from Minecraft story mode, because that eventually turns into like the Wither Storm, which is like this giant ender creature or something, sorta, I don't know. And that's pretty cool. I'll put that in A tier as well. Wait. What's this one doing on here? The Warden is an interesting case that I've been thinking about for quite some time. This mysterious creature born from the deepest dark caverns of the overworld. One that has strength that is unparalleled. Heck, it is hinted that in the game that it was the Warden that defeated the Wither that the ancient builders summoned all those years ago via the music disc number 5. Yet, even with all that time, the Warden, and the skulk that made it, remains to hold many mysteries. Like, what is the skulk? What else is it capable of? And if the skulk can make the Warden, does that count as a golem of skulk? And if the skulk can make a golem-like being on its behalf to defend itself, could one day the player as well? Could we perhaps make a skulk golem? Best not to worry about that right now. I guess technically I could add the Warden to this list based on my own little ramblings. Besides, I let literal blocks get on this list, so I need this 100% selfish edition. And honestly, this is just such a fascinating mob to me. So intriguing on so many levels that I just gotta put it in S tier. No other mob on this list, or in my previous video, aside from the Copper Golem and the First of Diorite, fills me with such curiosity and amazement. So it's just gotta go up there. S tier. The Unique Smith. Looks goofy. Going in high D. Guildsmith. This one's also kind of weird. This one's going in D. The Powersmith. This one's kind of weird. This one's going in D. And the Tower Keeper. This one's kind of weird. This one's going in D. Alright, I would like to end my video on a high note. So let's get to these next 2 golems. The Mushroom Monstrosity and the Obsidian Monstrosity. First, the Mushroom Monstrosity. This one's pretty cool. It's essentially just a redstone monstrosity, but with mushrooms on it. And apparently it's like super strong. It looks neat. I'll put it like in low A, maybe high B actually. Nothing beats the original redstone monstrosity. I think except this one, the obsidian one. This one just has a much cooler and meaner looking color scheme. It looks like it can cause some actual chaos and damage and stuff like that. It's going in about above the Wither. That's cool. And with that, the tier list is finally complete. Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed ranking all these golems, both in this video and in the previous video. Here's the full ranking image for myself, if you're curious. Yeah, if you guys want to rank these golems yourselves, I'll leave a link to the tier list maker in the description, so you guys can do it yourselves. And yeah, I think that's about it. The sub of the day is the boss, and I'm out of here.